and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new deck music video. Hope you're having a great day today. Today, we're going to do a discography breakdown of one of EDM's finest, MARAUDA. I'm sure everyone here knows who MARAUDA is, but today we're going to be doing a discography breakdown of the songs that I really like and where he came from. So I hope you enjoy this video. Let's start off by giving a little bit of backstory behind MARAUDA. Really, I want to know who he is and how he came about. So this is all sourced from last.fm. Just if you're curious, I'll leave a link down in the description. His name is Hamish Prasad. He was born on February 22nd, 2001, which means he's age 23, which, to be honest, for where he's at in life with his music right now, that is really young. But I feel like the dubstep scene is really made up of a lot of youngins, me included, even though I'm not a producer, but that's pretty young to be where he's at right now, which is just really good. He was born in Sydney, New South Wales, Australia, and that's according to his X bio. And he's gone by several different names before MARAUDA, a few of them being Elephant Man, Mastodon, and then Mastodon with a hyphen in the middle. He changed his name from Mastodon to MARAUDA because Mastodon is a very popular band in the metal scene. So there was probably some issues, court stuff happening there. He has released on many different record labels, a few of which being Never Say Die, Disciple Roundtable as well, Bass Rush, Slugs Music, Busted Records, and of course Malignant. He began releasing music in 2017 with the release of his Malignant EP on NSD, and since has released 3 EPs in the first 3 years of his existence, an album, and more than a dozen singles, some of which being multi-tracked. So that's just a little bit about MARAUDA if you don't know who he is, but who is MARAUDA to me? Well, I found the 3-track Elevate single in 2021, with Blunder being my favorite track of all time during that time. I believe I found MARAUDA and specifically the Elevate single through Jote, who is no longer around anymore, but Jote is a massive inspiration to me for doing this reaction channel, but also just for getting me into the underground scene. Without him, and without getting him in his recommended and then going through his entire video list, I wouldn't really know a lot of these people, and I might not even know about this music. MARAUDA was dropping consistent releases such as that MARAUDA song, the Ascension Right album, Wall of Death, and Heave throughout the next year, and then it just totally got me hooked to his music. Ever since I've been a fan, saving basically all of his music. And I listen to him pretty regularly too. Like, I would say he is one of my more highly listened to artists. I wouldn't say he's like my absolute favorite of them all, but he's got some really good stuff. I really like his music, his style, and honestly, he's just consistent. So I respect consistency in the music scene. If you're able to consistently put out music, you're gonna stay in my mind because I'm listening for a track for X amount of time, and then, oh, new track, listening a lot, oh, new track, listening a lot. It just keeps on going, and that's what he's been doing. That was the big thing for me with Sisto. Actually, Sisto was releasing an EP like every month for like 4 or 5 months. I think it was maybe 4, but every 4 to 6 weeks he'd release a new EP, and I'm like, are you kidding? And so his name was just repeatedly in my mind, his music was in my mind, and I just grew to love Sisto. MARAUDA is doing the same with a lot of his singles recently. We're gonna go through some of his discography, first of which being Blunder. Man, if you don't know this song, you're about to witness something here. One of the most iconic intros, in my opinion, for MARAUDA. And this is 2019, by the way. This was released in 2019. This is also one of his most popular with 1.3 million plays. I love this song. Here we go. This is one of the first Tearout songs I ever listened to and really enjoyed. I could not wrap my mind around how this song was made and how heavy it was, because this is me as a really early underground dubstep listener. And when I heard this second part, I literally lost my mind. And pitch movement. Me as a young underground enthusiast at the time and brand new to it, this made me lose my mind. Next up, one of my favorites is actually from the Ascension Right EP, or not EP, sorry, album. I had this album on repeat for an entire day and longer, but I do remember when it first came out and when I first listened to it, my mom said, hey, I need you to do a massive favor for me. I don't have time to do these errands or whatever. And these errands were dropping off a lot of packages to people that she worked with, but they were all across town. And this was also during rush hour. And I live in a place that has a really bad rush hour. So I was probably out driving as a 17-year-old when this album came out in 2022. For about 3 or 4 hours. And I had this album on repeat, the entire thing, except for one song, on repeat the entire time. I couldn't get enough of it. That one song that I did not save was Cast, but the rest of the songs are just phenomenal. But my favorite out of them is Kilter. I actually made a video edit to this song way back in the day, so my editing style is not nearly as good as it is now in my opinion, but I'll be leaving that somewhere. You'll view it down here. So with this album, he really focused on just the drops and not really much anything else, which I'm fine with. I'm cool with that. But this one had the most unique drop to me, and I think it still does. Although this one in Trash, I really love Trash a lot. But this is the one that I used back in the day.
Get your shit basket out. We're about to start early.
I love it. I love it. Just something about it. It's just so unique and fun. Next, we have one of my absolute favorite, if not my all-time favorite song of MARAUDA, and it's Heave. Now, apparently Heave had a massive hate session. Everyone absolutely hated on this song. And for me, I have no idea why. I don't know why people hated on this song. It's with Scarlord, who's apparently a famous EDM rapper, also does rap stuff. But man, 2.1 million monthly listeners. And he collabed with MARAUDA on a 6-minute 5-drop song. 6 minutes of absolute carnage. I can't drive to this song because I will run into a tree. I'm not even kidding. And this song, oh my gosh, I can't. I believe I ranked it number 2 in my 2022 review. And I just love this song. I cannot get enough of this song. I have this on repeat often. I still listen to the song to this day, and I have no idea why people hated on this song. I think it was because like the drops don't flow together, or it's too much of the same thing, or whatever it might be. I literally don't care, and you're wrong, because this song is disgusting, and you cannot argue with that. So this is Heave. All right, so this is the second drop. The second and the third drop are my favorites out of them all. The first one's really good, but the second and third are my favorites. I love the phrasing. The phrasing here is so mixed, and that's why it's so good. I can't. This is the best part too, and then you have a tempo change. I listen to this song all the time. It gets me hyped for school, whatever. But if I drive to it, I really shouldn't. I can't. And this drop is the reason why. The percussion! like this. The people that hate it on this song, I'm sorry, I don't see it. That's just unbelievable. That's just unbelievable. That is probably my all-time MARAUDA song, my all-time favorite from MARAUDA. So there you go. Next up, we have Sinews. This is one of my favorite singles that he's released, besides one other that I really, really enjoy. But this one was really solid, and it was just different and unique. So here's Sinews. And obviously everyone's gonna have different likings to MARAUDA's music. I like it when he's more unique instead of just hitting us with, you know, slappy snares and just Tearout. I like it when it's more unique Tearout. And so that's what I'm showcasing to you. But obviously he has an entire discography. This is a breakdown of that discography and just showing you my favorites. But if you like what you're hearing, make sure to go check out his stuff because he has a lot that I'm not showing. This one has a flow and a rhythm that's just so... rhythm. That's just so different, and that's why I love it. But it's still got that MARAUDA sound. Still really hits. And then you get a sustain. Yeah. I love it. I think it's so unique and just different, but it's still MARAUDA sounding really good. This is probably my favorite single besides Heave, because Heave is technically a single, but whatever. Okay, that was 6 minutes. A legitimate single. This is probably my favorite one that he's released. It's called Rage Room. Rage Room, for some reason, I think is the most unique single that he's released just as like a self-release. Well, I mean, it was on Malignant, but he was the solo artist in a 3.5 minute single. It wasn't, you know, 6 minutes or something really. I feel like Heave is one of the special singles, so I don't really want to count it as that. So this is my favorite single that MARAUDA has released. It's called Rage Room. The reason why it's my favorite, I mean, number one, that cover art. I'm an orange person. I mean, y'all know this. Y'all know this. That cover art is beautiful. But that's a small reason. But honestly, just the uniqueness of it and the phrasing is what I really love. And I've recently got back into it because I totally forgot about this song. So here is Rage Room. So I'm going to split these up into A, B, and C group. I love this song because of the phrasing, and I'll show you what I mean. Also, really unique build-up. Love that screech too. This is the A section. B. Completely different, but it stays in it. Completely different. And now we're back to A with these different transitions. And then you've got different sounds. Back to B. Like, it changes so much and I love it. This is C. Back to A, right? It might be B, I don't know. Back to C. Like, dude, it is so fluid. And then back to another one. It's so fluid, the transitions are nice, the phrasing is nice, but there's 3 different ideas that are shown here. That's why I love it. All right, our last heavy single that I'm going to show you is called Demagogue of Oblivion. I believe I did a video on this. If I did, it's up there. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm not sure if it's this one or a different one. Demagogue of Oblivion is one of my favorite, most recent singles because he released this one in 2023, specifically September 22nd. Just a great, really fun and unique song from MARAUDA because he's releasing a lot of singles and he releases a single usually like once a month, maybe 6 weeks, but this is a 3-track single that he released called Demagogue of Oblivion, but the actual title track Demagogue of Oblivion, it's different. It's just a much more unique MARAUDA song, whereas there are some MARAUDA songs that I'm like, oh, that's just like a reskin, or it's just classic Tearout. I don't know. This one is also just unique and different from his others. Also, I might be saying demagogue wrong. I don't know how to say it. So if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I think someone corrected me a while ago and I forgot what it was. So the fills and stuff between the phrases is just great, and I love the percussion. It doesn't stay on just 1 and 3. I love it. Another really great single from that 3-track single is Frex. It's just super unique. So there's your heavy stuff, and his heavy stuff is basically what he always produces, but it hits. There is some really good stuff, and obviously there's so much more to his discography, so go check it out. The last thing I will show you, though, is a track called Home. I'll let it speak for itself. And MARAUDA, I don't even know if you're watching this, but maybe you or one of your managers, whoever, I love this so much, and I would love to see something like it again. Because, man, this is different. And you also have 1.2 million plays on this track, almost matching Blunder. This is MARAUDA. This is the same guy. I sleep to this song sometimes. How amazing is that? Melodic and calm MARAUDA, but you still have some of that MARAUDA sound. Just, yeah, I love this track, and I believe it is the only one of its existence, but I could be wrong. So just a great track all around, and I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for watching this discography breakdown. If you like these types of videos, and if you have anyone else that you want me to review, make sure to leave it down in the comments and like and subscribe. I really do appreciate it, and I'll be bringing more videos to you your way. See you next time.